Oh, I love Verum Rex. A ton of discussion has surrounded Verum Rex ever since its inclusion in Kingdom Hearts 3. From its inclusion in the Toy Box world, to the secret ending, to the secret Yozora boss fight in the Remind DLC, which I hope is a really fun experience because I've actually never gotten to play it. I don't want to talk about it. It seems to be pretty integral to the Kingdom Hearts story going forward, seeing as the location for the Verum Rex trailer is Quadratum, the world we are going to be in for Kingdom Hearts 4. The boss fight with Yozora and the secret ending to that obviously teases a lot of stuff for that as well. People have been picking and prodding to see if there's any clues as to what's going to happen in the future, but another reason why people talk about it a lot is because the game looks fucking cool. Just from the looks of the trailer, my god, I want to play this game. I want to play it now. I want to have Nomura hand deliver it to my door in a golden chalice. But yes, I would love a Verum Rex game, whatever the hell that trailer was supposed to be teasing towards. I would love to see it, but unfortunately, we are here, Yozora and Verum Rex-less, unfortunately, for the time being, and we have Kingdom Hearts 4 to look forward to, which is just as hype. But what if I told you that we were supposed to get Verum Rex before Kingdom Hearts 4? Let me tell you what's up. Before we get into it, I just want to talk about the sponsor for today's video. Everlasting Pain and Suffering. So at the 20th anniversary event that happened last April, the place where Kingdom Hearts 4 officially got revealed, Nomura was there, and according to some audience members, he made a statement about that he was originally torn on making a Verum Rex game and Kingdom Hearts 4. From what I've read, it seems like he was torn between making both of them or just one of them, so we could have had both Verum Rex and Kingdom Hearts 4, but Kingdom Hearts 4 won out because making two giant games at the same time would be hectic, and he knew that fans were worried about the fate of Sora, so he wanted to focus on that first. So yeah, in some alternate universe in the multiverse out there is a place where Verum Rex got made instead of Kingdom Hearts 4, and I bet they're enjoying it a lot. If it even came out, who knows? That probably took 10 years to make too. Of course, Verum Rex being sold as a game in the games themselves makes for a huge amount of hype and possibilities for an actual real-life Verum Rex game. Now, it's worth noting that there are different interpretations as to what Nomura said in that interview, depending on who you read. Some people say that Kingdom Hearts 4 and Verum Rex were separate projects. There were two separate games, and Nomura decided Kingdom Hearts 4. But some other people say that Kingdom Hearts 4 was originally supposed to be called Verum Rex, the same game, just different names. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to explore it as if it's its own separate game, because it's something that people want, and it's obviously something that he could explore now that Kingdom Hearts 4 is something. Now, looking at the trailer for Verum Rex that they show in the game itself, this could be like another side, another story kind of situation right here. A concept trailer, because the secret ending for Kingdom Hearts 1, another side, another story, was made way before any actual development started on Kingdom Hearts 2. It was just a concept trailer to show off ideas that Nomura had for the sequel at the time, and a lot of that stuff did end up being in Kingdom Hearts 2, thankfully, because that's such a badass thing. Maybe that's just what's going on here. They see just kind of slipping in a little concept trailer for the Verum Rex game into Kingdom Hearts 3, alongside kind of fitting it in with the Toy Box world story. I mean, we already did technically play Verum Rex in the game itself. We got to get in the game, control the mech in the game itself, but I'm sure that's not at all what Nomura was going to have in mind for that. That was just a little mini game that he put in there. I'm sure we would have controlled Yozora fighting off the mechs or Heartless or whatever. I'm sure he probably would have changed the enemies for the main game itself to more fantasy-like enemies. That's just what I think, or maybe I'm just putting my bias in there. I would have liked to see other enemies in the main game. I don't know. I'm sure gameplay would have been pretty similar, if not the exact same as Kingdom Hearts, except you'd be playing as Yozora with his fancy laser sword and his fancy gun and shit like that beats the ever-living shit out of you. I mean, I've seen videos. I know how good. His weapons arsenal would have been fucking badass. Would have been more probably in tune with Final Fantasy. A little bit more of a Final Fantasy kind of Kingdom Hearts game. Wink, wink. Could have been called Kingdom Hearts Verum Rex or just called Verum Rex. Either one would have been fine. Now, there's one aspect that I haven't talked about yet that you guys are probably wondering why I haven't talked about it yet. This probably would have been a full-on remake of what Versus 13 would have been. I mean, come on. The resemblance of the characters to Versus 13/15 characters. Verum Rex meaning True King, which is one of the main plot points of Final Fantasy 15. And also the fact that they showed him being Noctis at the end of the Yozora boss fight. This probably would have just been a full-on retelling of Versus 13. Or at least getting a lot of the ideas that he had for that game into an actual game. And yes, I know 15 is out, it came out, it exists, but the development for that game was wrought with issues, and he was the father for the majority of that process. It was originally supposed to be a spin-off of 13, but it just kept on getting more ambitious, and more stuff got added to it. Started off in the early days of the PS3, but eventually had to switch to the PS4, and at that point it was so big that they decided to make it its own numbered title, and eventually Nomura left the project to focus on Kingdom Hearts 3, and I'm sure a lot of the original vision that he had for that game was either stripped back heavily or just taken out entirely. So maybe, just maybe, Verum Rex was going to be kind of like a vessel for Nomura to complete the project that he never got to finish himself, and execute a lot of the ideas that he wanted to have for that game, and adjust them into the Kingdom Hearts mythos. I'm sure Versus 13 would have been all over that shit. That would have been a big discussion around the game when it would eventually come out. Now, what development was done on this project, we don't know. We don't know if there was basically anything done on it. Again, he said he was torn on making Kingdom Hearts 4 and Verum Rex, so maybe some concepts and some ideas were laid out in the idea room when they were coming up with both Kingdom Hearts 4 and this game, and Kingdom Hearts 4 just ultimately won out. That's probably where it ended. Now, I'm making this video in the tone of, oh, of course it's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. Shut your dreams down, little Timmy. And that's obviously just not true. Of course it can still happen. It's a project Nomura is definitely interested in. It's something that he wants to pursue further, and, you know, he's developed it enough to include a lot of its elements into the mainline Kingdom Hearts games. So we could be getting something like this in the future, maybe like after Kingdom Hearts 4 or something. That's a little ways off, but something like that could happen. Or he could be including a lot of elements of the standalone Verum Rex game and putting them into Kingdom Hearts 4 itself, kind of combining the two. We know there's going to be less Disney worlds in Kingdom Hearts 4, so maybe he's going to be supplementing that content for Verum Rex content. And, you know, I'd be fine with that. I don't know exactly how that would work, but I'm sure they would find a way to make it work, and I think it would be really cool. And I just want to play Yozora, man. I don't want to resort to mods. I want to play as the man, the myth, the legend, Yozora. You see? Yes, Yozora. The man is totally not Noctis, I swear to God. Anyways, tell me down in the comments below what you guys think about this. Do you want to see a Verum Rex game one day? Do you think they'll ever make one? Do you think that they might include some elements in Kingdom Hearts 4? And what are some of your ideas for a standalone Verum Rex game? Tell me down in the comments below your opinion. Also, make sure to subscribe, like this video, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord server, turn on notifications. Really awesome if you did. This has been Matt, and I will see you guys in the next video, whatever that's going to be. So yeah. Verum Rex, more like Verum Gex, 100 Gex. Let's go!